Hello and welcome to another episode of Talkin Balls. I'm your host, Neil Adams, joined as always from my lovely bearded and non-bearded co-hosts, Rob, Mark and Kurt. How are you, gents?
All good, thanks, all good.
Very good.
Good to be back from a apparent bout of IBS, mate, but thanks for telling everyone.
I am
You're
so
looking
glad
well,
you're
mate.
back from your illness of IBS. You know,
Have you lost weight?
No, he hasn't done
Listen, I have lost weight, but it wasn't IBS, okay?
And joining us this week is Sam Morgan, who is stepping up the beard game here. Lovely to see. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I actually feel like I need to extend it a little bit more, actually, joining you guys today.
Imagine how I feel.
The way forward, Sam. It's the way forward, boss. So how are you,
Always.
sir?
I'm good. It was a bye week for the Cardinals, so no stress this week. It's nice.
I know. But you've been doing well with Kyler Murray back, haven't you?
Yeah, can't knock it. I think, a little bit of excitement for next year. Let's put it that way.
Yes, definitely. Do you think you will stay with Kyler Murray?
100%. I think he's the franchise QB for us. I think that's a lot of chat that's coming out of the sort of training camps right now, and I think we'll stick with him. Why change it when you're going to have the picks that we're going to have and bring in the talent around him? That's how I see it.
Oh, 100%. No, he is. He's revitalised that team since he came back, though. But it was nice to see Josh Dobbs doing well and things like that, you know.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's good for him, to be fair. I think the thing is he's been a bit part everywhere he's gone, and now everyone's buying his jersey. So, yeah, it's all for him, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He actually went to go buy his own jersey and couldn't find one. I think I've seen that. I think it's a post about that.
Yeah, I think that's when you know that you're not going to be long term, right?
Yes. He went to the wee screening and all in the Atlanta Falcons or the Cardinals superstore, and there was no number for him, nothing at all. No,
He probably
no
thought-
Dobbs at all.
He probably thought it was a good thing because they're all sold out, but let's be honest, there was only about 20 of them sold. So,
That's it, hey. But just so you all know that the Sam is a good Arsenal man as well.
is there such a
mate,
thing?
the Omri.
The Terry Henry.
Is it?
shirt
Oh, I see it,
back
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
It wasn't a good result for us last week, though.
No, but you know what? I think Villa are going to take points off a few people this year, so I'll take that all day long. If it was only the 1-0, you saw what they've done with City, and you've seen obviously other teams struggling against sides that we've beaten. So it's all peaks and troughs.
I think it's
It
hard
was
to
a good-
take. With
It was a
Unai
good result
Emery.
for the Liverpool fan.
You're irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say it's hard to take from with Unai Emery actually leading them to where they're at. Like, you know, when we could have had him as a manager.
Yeah, but he's good with sort of just above average teams. That's what he does. Villarreal, Seville. This is his caliber, and he's got no pressure. You know, if they finish fifth, everyone's buzzing. So that's probably where they'll be.
I mean, he should have been better at Arsenal then because they're just above average.
Right, me and you, Rob, are going to fall out. I can see where this is going.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So your Cardinals were on a bye week this week, but you can't be looking forward to this week.
No, I mean, I don't. Every week, I don't get excited for it. I mean, listen, going up against the 49ers right now, the way they're playing, it's frightening. It's both sides of the ball as well, and then you add in, you put Young in there, you know, with Bosa lining up next to Bosa. It's going to be a real test for Kyler, I think, this week. But that's what it is. Any given Sunday, people said that, and we weren't supposed to be excited when we played the Cowboys, and we saw how that turned out.
That's it. 100%. Like, do you think he'll beat the 49ers?
I think we cut it there, mate. Let's move on to the next bit.
I don't think I see another team beating the 49ers this year, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's something else.
You're just coming out, you're straight going to scud them there, Rob. I mean, you didn't think the Titans were going to beat the Dolphins, like, but I mean, stranger things has happened, is what I'm saying.
Well, I'd be okay with scudding them because I'm a Seahawks fan, so they could do with losing a few games so we can get back somewhere near playoff spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if there's anything you've learned this season more than any other, I think, is that anybody can beat anybody. There have been some, especially this weekend, like there have been some mad results this weekend.
Yeah, considering Zach Wilson's beat the Eagles, like.
Yeah.
Andy had a good game this weekend.
Yeah, these guys though. You say that it is the thing is there's so many other things and factors you got to look at this. You're not playing. We're not talking soccer here, are we? Where it's just the same 11 players constantly. You see how quickly players can go down, and momentum is key, right? And at the moment, one of the biggest talking points, has got to be the officials. The officials are actually dictating a lot of the tempo of the game right now, and how that obviously is outplaying some of these teams that maybe want to have that upbeat tempo. With someone like the Dolphins, kills them.
Yeah,
you say that about the referees. The referees are up for a lot of poop this week, considering the Dirty Joe, Patrick Mahomes, the Golden Child, the Taylor Swifties. They're not happy this week. I've never seen Pat Mahomes actually lose his rag so much.
That's the first time he's ever lost 2 games in a row, isn't it, in his career? Am I right in saying that, or something like that? So they were saying that before the game.
Rob, just own it. If you own the confidence,
right, I'm owning it. They were saying before the game, he never loses 2 games in a row.
Yeah,
and now he does. So
you see on that note though as well that the NFL is looking to fine Andy Reid and Mahomes for their comments about the officiating staff. I think that's mad as well. Sore loss had a bad call, which was clearly a good call. Most definitely offside, and now they're getting fined for it.
You think though, with all that footage that they've got, you think as a fan in real time, we can see it straight away, right? He's standing there like it's obvious. It's not even close. It's not like a toenail, is it? We've seen the memes where they put him halfway up the field. It's because it was kind of like that blatant. That really at that point, maybe the QB I can understand being frustrated because he's probably only just seeing it at real time. He's not looking at it through the screen. But Mr. Reid, you've got everything too. You all the tools there for you not to be actually that annoyed and not take that fine. Mahomes are kind of. He's a winner, right? I understand that, but Andy Reid shouldn't really been getting that upset, really.
I saw a good meme that said Mahomes' problem with it. It was actually Will Gavin, who we had on the show a couple of weeks ago. He posted it on Twitter, and he reckons that the reason Mahomes had a breakdown was because the touchdown was so sexy that it's literally just rude to take it away, which I kind of agree with because it was class. But,
it was a nice play. It was a nice play, though.
Blatantly offside. But like you say, these guys have multi-million-pound camera systems, access to them, and how do you argue that point when people watching TV can see it?
It's for me as well. It's the inconsistency of it. The play afterwards. I don't know if any has seen it. The Bills defender encroached. He went into the neutral zone. Literally the play after, and nothing was called. And you're just like, and I think he was also the guy that got the hand on the pass, which brought down Mahomes' final pass of the game and caused the loss. And you're just sitting there like, once again, you say they've got the multi-million cameras and stuff like that, but yes, your man was offside, but there was also encroachment the play after, which wasn't picked up. And how does that happen? So, yeah.
I think it's wide receiver 101, is it not? That you teach a wide receiver as soon as you go in, check that you're on the line, give your thumbs up to the referee, and he tells you whether to go back or wherever. Like you say, you're not on the line. Where there was a couple of we watched a load of plays where he never did it once, and he was literally on ahead offside. He was offside a couple of times, but he wasn't called on it. Maybe it's because they didn't get the touchdown in those plays, but. It's the refs, 101. You have to check your line.
Refs also tell the coach.
Yeah.
They will actually give them a bit of a heads up straight away. So actually, sometimes that's why you'll see timeouts called at times when you're thinking why, and it's because they can't get that information across. Obviously, the radio's obviously cut off between QB and head coach at that point. So I think that's the other issue there. They weren't giving him that information. I think that's probably the only thing I would say from an Andy Reid point of view as to why maybe he was frustrated, is because he didn't get that information when it was. But I think it was that obvious. Did he need anyone to tell him at that point?
Well, that's what they say, don't the refs? The refs will throw a flag on it if you're too far ahead. If you're too far offside, they'll throw a flag and they won't give you the heads up. But was he far enough for that to be the case, do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, the majority of his foot was over the line.
Yeah.
He was near in their backfield.
Yeah.
I think it's the fact that he's actually turned his neck to look at the centre. That's what's scary. He's not looking in front of him. He's not looking down the line. If you look at the pictures, his neck is turned back on his shoulder. Surely that must be telling you something at that point.
Yeah.
But that's the Kadarius Toney. Listen, he's had some big plays this year that haven't gone his way, right? Obviously, he's at the start of the season, and now obviously with this, he's probably under a lot of pressure right now.
100%. Like if I was the coach, he would be 100% benched. Not my team ever again. Like, I mean, that guy has just caused Pat Mahomes to just look mediocre. You know, at times. You know what I mean? And he just has to get Rice and Kelsey to bail him out every now and again. You know, but Tony is not. I don't know why he's in that team or how he's in that team at the minute.
Who do they play? If not Kadarius Toney?
Well, they've loaded with youngsters, of wee Ricey and all there and all too. You know, like.
Wee Ricey.
Don't ask me any others. You
They
know?
got Rice because they got Rice, Valdes-Scantling obviously still in there. They obviously tried to bring Nicole Hardman in, but they've had to put him on IR, right? So I think this is why Tony's obviously been able
That's
to.
right, they took Nicole Harmon off the Jets again.
Yeah, they did, but they're pretty banged up because obviously they lost. Obviously, the running backs was why Clyde Edwards-Helaire obviously was back in the backfield. Obviously this week, so they are a little bit banged up. That I think that's probably actually why he got a few extra targets this week in Tony.
Yeah.
But and listen, we know the connection between Mahomes and Kelsey. It's not always easy to stop, but you know it's going to be there. So they've got to obviously share that. And I think right now they know that the other guy is Rice. It is. We all know that's actually the wide receiver he's looking for. So take that out. You do have to share the ball, but they haven't got the numbers to do it right now. They are pretty thin.
That is probably their weakest link. Is their wide receivers at the minute? They're playmakers. Like at the minute, well, they have Kelsey, and that is pretty much the only one that Mahomes has really ever had. But Tyreek Hill, you know what I mean. But when they had Tyreek Hill, they were winning Super Bowls.
Yeah,
That was
they haven't replaced that. They haven't replaced a deep threat, have they?
Yeah.
Really?
Never. Well, McCole Hardman tried to. It didn't work
lost
out,
it.
so he went to the Jets.
Yeah.
Where all the trash goes. But Sam, we haven't really talked about yourself. Tell us a wee bit about yourself. How did you get into this? And American football, is it a new thing? Where did the love for it come from?
So it's actually from my dad, I suppose. It's his fault in a way. He used to do a lot of work in the States. I used to go with him in the holidays, etc., and sort of in and around it. And a lot of that time is in Arizona. So this links up to why anyone would choose the Arizona Cardinals is because I was there the whole time. Yeah, that was the link really. Spending a lot of time there, obviously in and around it, and really, funny enough, being in Arizona, which is quite scary, you got two options: you're a Cardinals fan or you're a Cowboys fan, because that's what it is in Arizona. There is actually that split. But when you start talking about the Cowboys, it's no offense Cowboys fans, but it is Marmite, and I was like, I don't know if I need that heat, right? I don't really know the sport as a kid. I'm just going to go with the Cardinals and see how they get on, and turns out they're as good as, like, I don't know, Atkins and Stanley at the time. Well, yeah, and the Jets, yeah. So it's been plenty of ups and downs, but it's been quite nice because there's no pressures to win anything. Obviously, we were pretty close to that Super Bowl, obviously going up against the Steelers, which obviously was a little bit of excitement for me. But yeah, so always been involved in terms of like a fan, and obviously and watching it, and admiring the teams that got to win and compete, which was nice. But I'm from a not so small town outside London called Croydon, and I got quite close with a really good friend of mine. You'll probably see me doing a lot of work with him. Is Andre Dixon, and we were brought in and introduced to Kevin Cadle, who I'm sure a lot of people will know, the original anchor at Sky Sports, and he wanted to just start doing podcasts, and we were like, okay, we can talk a bit of football with you. You are the master, so we'll just sit in the back and we'll answer whatever you need us to answer at that stage. And we sort of kicked on from there. We were doing a bit of written work, let's say a few podcasts and a few guest appearances for obviously different people at that time. And it's kind of grown from there. And obviously, the sad news, obviously Kevin did pass, but myself and Andre made that sort of promise that we will try and keep being that sort of person carrying the lantern of people in the UK to sort of support the sport that is American football, and see that awareness obviously grow. And I've got to say, this is probably the 6th year since we started doing sort of pods, and I've got to say I've loved every moment of it, and seeing everyone putting together different shows, different angles of it, and I say the growth of the sport in certainly in the UK and Ireland's been awesome, because we've seen the games in the UK. I'm hoping everyone in Ireland eventually gets that game that they want to see, because we know how much you love it there. But yeah, that's been me in a nutshell, and obviously still trying to grow. And for me, first and foremost, I'm still a fan, and I love just being able to talk about the sport.
What's been your highlight this past 6 years?
I've got to say, it's probably, being able to do what I've been able to do in terms of attending games, meeting some players and coaches that I've always just watched behind the screen has been awesome. But this year, actually, one of my favourite players always has been, and even when he was at Houston Texans, was DeAndre Hopkins. You can probably just see in the corner of my screen, his shirt is up on the wall signed, and actually getting to meet him this year, albeit with the Titans, was a highlight for me, because not only just meeting him, but telling him, for me, he's the safest hands in football. Those size of his hands that he's got, the claws, and him obviously just generally respecting that, getting a little spud from him live on camera as well was pretty cool. But that's my highlight. The rest of it, I just don't take for granted. I turn up and I'm still amazed. It doesn't matter what I've seen. I've got to meet with a lot of the Buffalo Bills guys this year. Sitting there with Josh Allen for a good sort of half an hour. And I think the highlight, big highlight, these guys are just human beings getting to play a sport that they love. That's we really get to see it and see that piece. I have a little different angle and a bit of respect now for these guys and what they put themselves through. That's for sure.
Well, that's it, man. Have you got anything big coming up for the Super Bowl or anything?
I'll be out in Vegas. I'll say that. I'll be out there. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I will be there. Do what you do to get there. You got to do it. But you've had. You've had George on. Do you have George on? I'm pretty sure you had George.
Yes,
on
George on Sports.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So listen, I'm doing a few bits obviously with George. We're on the sports show there, The Punt with Jason Bell. So we've been doing that, and obviously been doing quite a bit of stuff with George in the past. But we've got a little something that might be quite exciting for people to see. Obviously in Vegas, there was a little picture and a little snippet of us with Anquan Bolden, and that will be the little snippet I'll give you for what we might be doing in Vegas.
Oh, well, happy days. Well, can't wait to see that here, Sam. Can't wait to see that, hey?
Yeah. We'll get the role reversed. I'll get you guys when I'm in Vegas. We'll do something there.
Sweet. Happy days. Any time, Sam. Get it over. Not a problem. We're up for it. But yeah, Super Bowl. Who do you think's going to make it? Who do you think's going to be there for you? Who do you think?
Do you know what, guys? I started writing this down because I was just looking at trying to put down the possibilities of who could actually make it. Because as we just saw from this week, seeing the Dolphins lose, I kind of started striking them off my list, and I was like, who could we see? I'm actually going with a 49ers Ravens Super Bowl.
See, I like the sound of that. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm going for myself. Like,
so the Jets aren't getting into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's something different. You know what I mean? It's not the same old sort of thing. I like the sound of that.
It's. I think the 49ers at the moment almost have the ticket and their bags packed at the moment. That's kind of where they're at this stage. The Ravens, you know what? What I've liked about the Ravens is they've not just been getting through games because their offense is on fire or just their defense is beating up teams. Both sides of the ball, they are hungry. Seeing how Hamilton is at the moment, he's taking no prisoners. Lamar is playing MVP football right now. That's how I see it. We talked about youngsters. Zay Flowers, he's there as this youngster, this rookie that's coming in and actually putting up the numbers.
Amazing, He's like a
Hey,
cheat code.
and he is a cheat code, but guess who's coming into form when it needs to is
Beckham.
Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham, yeah.
It has been good.
there you go.
He's now healthy at the minute, where usually he's not healthy, or usually he's healthy and then gets injured near the end. So like it's good to see that he might actually be making it to a nice wee Super Bowl this year.
We need to mention Mark's favourite player, Gus Bus. You didn't say anything there, Mark?
Yeah.
No, I was disappointed with the result from Gus Bus this time. It's the first. I was saying to Megan. Megan's getting really involved in it over the last few weeks, and she even asked me how'd Gus Bus do, and I was like, he done fuck all this week. Absolutely fuck all. And it's the first week I've been disappointed in my Gus Bus. So there's that. So.
Do you play fantasy yourself, Sam?
I do, but I picked up Mitchell. I stashed him in the waivers there, and I think you got the young rookie there, and obviously he's one that they're obviously going out to. But I picked one. I'm in 2 leagues. One is okay. One we won't talk about.
Yeah. Tell me about. I won like 6 games in a row, and I've lost 6 games in a row.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I lost 6 games in a row. And now I want to come back. Now I'm winning.
I was top of the league by miles there for the first 6 weeks, and sitting in the mid-table obscurity.
You're not even in playoff contention at this point.
And I thought I had a really great team too. I'd got Jared Goff, I had Tyreek Hill, who done me
Aaron
up
Rodgers.
Austin Eckler's been doing me up like a kipper the past 3 weeks.
I know you got rid of Pollard for Eckler.
I got rid of Pollard for Eckler, yeah.
I could. Was it just a straight swap?
No, who else did I give?
Someone a wee bit irrelevant. To be fair, it wasn't anyone too good. But you give 2 players for Eckler because Eckler's your favourite running back, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, you gave away Pollard and someone else. I already feel like that the weight's not quite right there.
I think he was actually all right. Whoever it was, I can't remember for the life of me. But sure, and Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, and he's just been injured forever.
No. Look, listen, we've met Aaron Jones, and he's a lovely guy, but not the one you put in fantasy. He's not Mr. Reliable. Let's put it that way. But
we'll remember that for the next years to come, for sure.
Who in your league stashed away Jonathan Taylor early on, though?
One of our mates had him, and he wouldn't get. Like, I tried to trade for him and all, and nobody would trade for him. Yep, I even think I offered Pollard for him when he was injured and everything, and out for 4 weeks.
You really tried to get rid of Pollard, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you offered everybody Pollard at one stage.
Yeah, I don't know why I picked up Pollard. Who did I start off with? I got Tyreek Hill.
I'm pretty sure you tried to get Derrick Henry for Pollard off me as well.
Yeah, but you were. See, these boys, Sam, they want flipping something for nothing. You know what I mean? You go in and you freaking offer all these players for these mediocre guys that they have, and they're like, nah, I'm not getting rid of him. Give me Tyreek Hill and freaking Kyler Murray and DeAndre Swift, and then I'll give you flipping DeAndre Hopkins.
The one that actually DeAndre Hopkins has been a baller for me the last lot of weeks too. He's been doing well.
He's been a baller ever since what do you call him? Levis came into the fold.
Yeah. The one that hurt me this year is your man Kareem Williams. What do you call him for the Rams? First week, me and Neil both seen him when we tried to pick him up, and someone else. So I lost the first week, and I was second from bottom, and the guy just below me picked him up on the waivers because he got the waiver before me. Like, damn it!
No, I should have been terrible at the start. Should have been bad at the start. Always be bad at the start, so you know who the bad player or the good players are going to be, so you can pick them up in the waivers. I think that's the way forward.
Be heavy in the waivers. 100%. Yeah.
So, but it's been a mad weekend of football, Sam. The whole league made us and our predictions look absolutely stupid. With the Patriots beating the Steelers, where did they start scoring points from?
Yeah, that should be illegal, that.
Yeah, what happened? What happened there? Then you've got the 3-0 Vikings football game, soccer game.
That game was actually disappointing that was the score, because I had it the other way round. I thought they were just going to both just beat each other up in a sense. I thought it was going to be a bit of a more high scoring game, but yeah, like you said, I don't know if I caught that on my Instagram. I was like 3-0. What is this? Is this a play on an obviously a Premier League game, like you say? So yeah, very, very strange. Yeah, But as we just spoke about, listen, anything can happen in this league. I still think that was a fluke from the Patriots. I don't think anyone can get excited. I think the writing's on the wall for Bill at this point. I think Bill should either just be a GM or, needs to maybe move on elsewhere and maybe bring up another team. I think at this point. I don't
rate him as a GM at all. I don't rate his draft picks have been terrible, if anything. I mean, he does pick up the odd good defensive player, but that's usually where he just does his homework, I think. I don't think he does any homework on offensive players at all.
Yeah, but you know what? Then I suppose at the same time, his system, I think he doesn't look necessarily at the numbers. He's looking at their qualities, I suppose, because can they fit in a team? He looks obviously, looks for the bigger players. If you look, he rarely goes for like a small team. He doesn't take the punt now. And actually, when you look at the Patriots, they're not a quick side. If you look now, teams are drafting players of all sizes. We've just seen obviously with Tank Dell, obviously that he's my build. He shouldn't be in there. I feel like if I went in there, I'd be folded like a deck chair. So, but teams are obviously taking a punt like that now. So, I think he's got to come with times a little bit. But as I said, maybe he needs to go to a team that they will give him again that free reign and give him, be able to bring up a team with a bit more stability at this point.
Yeah. You were talking about surprise results there. We can't go anywhere without talking about the Jets scoring 30 points. With Zach Wilson playing an absolute amazing game. What? And I voted against the Jets this week as well. I predicted the Texans would beat my Jets because I was like, you know what, I've given up. It's done. Aaron Rodgers, wait till you come back next year, sir. And we'll go from there again.
We bring it back to last week where Curtis was saying about softly supporting different teams, and I would sort of fluctuate between the two different teams. And I must say, Neil, it's nice to be wearing a Jets hat with you again, mate.
Yes, that's why we're wearing Jets hats this week because
dust
we won.
It off. Yeah. Dust it off for their one win.
I know. Look at us go. Look at us go. 5-8. Nearly go. We won't make a playoff now. What do you see?
It's hard here.
Coming nicely wrapped in a bow come Christmas Day. There you go, Jets. Make it to the playoffs now.
No, don't do it.
No. You don't think so?
Don't do it.
You don't think so?
Don't do that to yourselves. I'm just trying to be a nice guy here, guys. Don't do it.
If Zach Wilson plays like that every week, I'll stick a Jets hat on.
Exactly, and I will give you a Jets hat to stick on.
Don't do it. Don't do that to them. Don't do it, because you're just sprinkling hope everywhere, and it does not taste good. I'm telling you.
But you know what happens? Whenever I've got hope, bad things happen. But whenever I voted against the Jets and picked the Texans in my predictions, they win, and they win comfortably against a really good team.
You're going to go reverse psychology, are you?
Well, I think I'm just going to pick against them. I don't know whether to lose the predictions race and get the Jets to the playoffs, or try and win the prediction race and the Jets will lose.
Well, sure, you bet against them this week, sure. We'll see what happens.
See, just outside of that, though, I mean, did any of you actually watch the game? Because I watched about halfway through and thought this was really, really fucking boring. Nothing happening at all. I think I almost fell asleep as well. And then I sort of turned the channel back over and come back to it, and then there's like 30 points scored. So I actually missed a lot of the main plays, but it was just how quickly they managed to turn that game around from being a real snooze fest to winning the game 30-6.
It's like in the halftime break, somebody sat down and had a word with him.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that did happen. I don't know, but that seems to be what happened, and it just like that, it just turned.
Was it Zach Wilson said to DJ Reed? He says, "What's the worst that can happen now? I get benched again, and then they go out and score 30 points." So I think he should just have that mentality.
You know what, Salah, he's as a head coach though. Again, someone I've managed to sort of interview as well, and he's a guy. He's a motivator. I think even I don't play for him. I don't play the sport, but I felt like I could go and run through a brick wall for him. That's how he is. So he can probably do that to obviously players. But I said to you, and this is not taking anything away from you Jets, but when you lose Stroud and you got no wide receiver there as well, the momentum shifts. If you need an open goal, Jets, that was the one you had to take. And I think that was, you took it well. But as I said, I'm going to come back to that hope. And I think that the reckoning comes back again this week. So do your predictions, Neil, however you want to do it. But you might get it right if you say you're not going to win.
Can we go back and talking about the Cardinals?
Well, we are going up against the Dolphins. It's a different gravy now, like, so we're playing the Dolphins at home. They're at home next week, so that'll be fun. It's going to be fun. It's gonna be fun.
The hat's going back up on the mantelpiece after this week.
Although I do have my brother
next
bought me
year.
a Dolphins jersey, so I've got that in case they win.
I've got the Dolphins hat ready for next week as well, mate.
But we'll move on to the Cowboys beating the Eagles. That
Beating
was
the
a great
Eagles?
game. What a great game. Did any one of us pick the Cowboys? No.
I
Eagles.
doubt it.
What way did you see this going, Sammy?
I think everyone was going to go Eagles. I think the Cowboys, we kind of saw. This was now the time of year where they derail. It was getting to that point. So and listen, they're playing the Eagles, right? Like they have every right to throw away. Everyone had every right to go with them at this stage. But I've got the Cowboys up there. I think in the conference championship, it's them and the 49ers. You know, I'm looking at this Cowboys team right now, and I think this is the year that we can actually tip your hat a little bit to Dak Prescott. I think there's always been question marks over him, and I think he actually got the job done. And I'm going to link this back to the Cardinals right now. At the start of the year, all Eagles fans, we won't miss Jonathan Gannon. Glad to get rid of him. It wasn't him. He cost us the Super Bowl. How the tables have turned now, because that's what they're after. That defense right now is not getting them the numbers that they need. You know, they're not doing it. You know, they're not putting the pressure on the QB enough. They're not getting Jalen Hurts back on the field quick enough. You know, they're getting tired. They're not being able to do the work that they need to do. And that reshuffle now in the staff in there and the Eagles, I think is starting to show a little bit now. You know, I think that's the one of the issues. So I'm not taking anything away from the Cowboys, because they actually played some good football. I think the thing is right now, the Eagles, I think this is where their frailties are going to kick in. And you know what? I don't mind saying it, because no Eagle fan is a fan of anyone else other than Eagles fans. So I'm just going to say it like this: you deserve this.
Wow. Coming from another Birds team.
I know, it's
Tough
talk from a team that's on by, eh?
Well, we'll have to get some
Mark,
kudos.
that's
to
why
Curtis.
you do it. This is why you do it.
Perfect time to do it, yeah.
Curtis, I can't believe you didn't pop your head up when we said that anyone picked Cowboys, because you did.
I didn't.
You literally dumped it.
I was going to let you finish your conversation there, so it was, and I was just going to pop in and go, that's right, I predicted that. Just with the game being in Dallas and the way that the Eagles have kind of been playing over the last couple of weeks, they haven't looked as strong as they have been. I kind of thought, you know what, the Cowboys, I would have put it down as a 3-point game. I wouldn't have thought it was as heavy as it was, but I could sort of see that one coming.
Well, you're saying that, Curtis, about the Eagles not looking as good.
Yeah.
What about the Dolphins not looking as good going in to play the Jets? Huh?
Do you want me to predict the Jets next week?
Yeah.
Because I can do that if you want.
Yeah.
I can do that if that's what you want.
Let me just get a week out of the hat, okay?
Means I don't have to.
Send it down in the post, Mark. Send it down in the post, Al.
With the Dolphins losing to the Titans, you know, the Titans have the same record as the Jets. The Dolphins were at home. They're at home to the Jets with the same record as the Titans. You know, we didn't see where we're going with like.
Titans have a better team.
No, nobody. I'm just waiting for somebody to agree there.
Yeah, well,
Nobody
I mean,
seems to be stepping up.
Zach Wilson is clearly a new man as of the second half of that game at the weekend. So I think you're on.
As of the second half.
There we go, Curtis. See, I knew you would step up and have my back, mate. That's what I like to see.
Curtis, don't let him talk you into it. You know it's not true.
I was watching the press conferences and all after the Jets game, and I swear I've never seen the man as confident in my life. He was just answering questions like he was friggin' Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? He was answering them like, you know, a veteran. Usually, Zach Wilson looks like he's a scared little boy going, why did you just throw me in this? You know, you find a 5-year-old child in the stands going, right now you're playing quarterback, but and jump and throw him into the team. That's what Zach Wilson looks like, and he has looked like from the start. And this game, he just looked like, you know what, I don't give a fluff anymore. Yo, bomb. Here we go, let's go. I don't give a fluff. Where's your mum? Up there, sweet.
If that was meant, that comment, that's us unbelievable banter, because we know Zach Wilson likes mums. So
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Well executed. Really love it.
Neil, you're such a delusional Jets fan. So you are.
Jets fan. I have to have confidence in my team. You know,
You're like a
it's the way
Liverpool
forward.
fan back in the day. Every season's your season.
It's like a Spurs fan. Now I know what it feels like to be a Spurs fan. Oh, next year will be our year. You know? That's what Spurs fans do. That's what being a Jets fan is. But Samuel, we're gonna finish off with a wee game. I don't know if you know that there's an actual league over here in Ireland where we play American football, and you know myself, I'm a coach. Rob's a player. Well, Rob, you're retired now, aren't you? Technically,
I'm playing this season. I don't care what the doctors say, mate.
Mark's a player. You know, Curtis is going to play this year. We want to get him involved.
Well, I've just signed up to run the marathon, lads. I forgot to mention that, so I don't know I'm going to be playing that much.
So you'll be fit for the season then?
Yeah, we both.
I don't know. I might get that first 4 miler out of the way and go, fuck this. That's not.
Sure,
not for me.
we're coming up to play some softball or rounders or whatever it is, or baseball or.
It's not rounders.
That was the deal, mate. Yeah, we all
Not
play
rounders.
We play American football. We go play rounders.
You can't call it rounders. I'll get kicked out of the team.
What is it then? Baseball, softball, whatever that sport is.
Oh,
Softball.
baseball.
Okay.
Baseball's way too manly for me, so it is. People throwing a ball at you at like 100 miles an hour. No, thank you. Softball.
That's it. Well, we're going to play a game called the Logo Game, where you guess the team's name, the Irish American football team's name via their logo.
Oh god. Okay.
There we go. So this is
When
the
did
first.
you make that then? When did that become a thing?
Whenever you fucking had a real severe case of IBS, man.
IBS. Okay.
Your flare up,
That's
man.
like
Whenever your flare up happened, and you were off for 3 weeks with your.
2 weeks. And I was on holiday
Oh,
in
God.
Prague for one of those weeks. Leave me alone.
I know, I can't believe you went on holiday with IBS.
What? So what have I got? I'm guessing the whole name or their
You
nickname.
don't. Well, it obviously you get the. You don't need to guess the town or the city or whatever. Like just the name, just the name will do.
I've got to say Titans still, surely.
Trojans.
Oh,
The Belfast.
so
Trojans.
painful. Go on. Okay,
The
okay,
Belfast
okay,
Trojans.
okay.
Next one.
No pressure, but I don't think anybody's ever got this wrong.
I know nobody's ever got this wrong.
I was going to say it has to be Vikings, surely, but I was like, am I going to get tripped
Yes.
up here? Yeah.
Yes.
That is
Thank
the
God.
Limerick Vikings.
Thanks for the assist there, Rob.
Rob done
Wasn't
fuck
me,
all.
but anyway.
Oh, is this? What is
Give or
this? Some
take
sort of
chess.
chess piece? What's going on here?
Does it, what chess piece does it look like?
But I don't want to say horses. Is it a stallion?
You don't know chess?
No, mate, I don't play that game. That's too. Yes, I haven't got the attention span for that.
The Belfast
Oh,
Knights.
knights. Yeah. What? Since when does a knight have an ear like that? It's got.
That's a horsey.
Plane
That's
coming
a
off
wee
it.
horse. They're wee horses.
Mm.
They're the horses.
Oh my god.
No,
Do it.
Do it.
I usually give a hint with this one, like, but every time I do, nobody ever watches it, and every time I don't, somebody watches it. So I'm going to give you the hint.
Is it
Do you ever watch-
Renegades?
Do you ever watch Star Wars?
I do.
Oh, we're getting somewhere.
Well, these
I watch
guys
Star
go
Wars.
up against the Empire.
Oh, Rebellion.
No.
No, no. Let me start that again. Not Rebellion.
Oh,
Oh my god! Now you've put me on the spot. You put me on a spot here. I'll get moaned at for all my Star Wars.
5
fans
letters
here.
and not an S.
You were very close.
What
Just
did
the
you
first
say?
part of the.
Oh,
the
the
first
Rebels. Rebels. Okay,
The
yeah.
Rebel
If you could
the
give me
Rebel
any more
lads.
hints there, lads.
Good job, Sam. I can't believe you got that one. Nobody's ever got that.
No, it's a real surprise there.
Nobody ever gets this.
think unbranded cow.
Think.
It's
Top
just
Gun.
like an unbranded car.
Call sign of the main character in Top Gun.
No way. Really? In the main character?
It's not Goose.
Yeah.
Not Goose, but
What's a Maverick? And that's what they use?
The
They
Mavericks.
are.
No way. How?
They're the loud Mavericks.
Come on. That's it.
Well,
Okay.
Mark,
Okay.
What is a Maverick?
The Maverick is an unbranded car.
That's it. It's an unbranded.
So a
car.
bull.
I'll remember that when I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I'll note that one down.
plus, they do great kebab pizza. We have to mention that every time.
Surprisingly, people have got this wrong.
People have
Yeah.
got this wrong.
Quite
Yeah.
a few, actually, yeah.
Quite a few
Yeah,
have
and
got
it's-
this wrong.
It's the most obvious one of them all.
Well, because we say it's the most obvious, people get it wrong by saying the wrong answer.
Yeah.
So is it a play on something from America? Because it's just the Cowboys logo, but
Hi, boys.
There you go.
I'll take it.
They're the Craigavon Cowboys. There's no copyright infringement there at all because they use different colors.
Alright.
None at all.
It's an orange star.
I mean,
You're
the
a Birds
Eagles?
fan? Yes. That's a Wexford Eagles.
there we go. Lovely.
Now, if you know your Irish
Oh my
mythology,
God.
you might know what this is.
I don't, boys, and that is really. Maybe I should have done my homework here, so I don't know what that is. But this
you
is
ever-
my favourite logo out of them all.
Have you ever been to the Causeway?
I haven't. These hints are probably not going to help me, are they?
You know what Finn McCool, who Finn McCool is?
You are asking all the wrong questions here. That's not going to help me.
Have
Do
you
you know
ever
what the
been?
You're going to have
Yes.
to give me this one.
Have you ever been
Have I
to?
what?
The BFG.
Oh, what, the Giants?
Yes,
Nailed it.
they are the Causeway Giants because of Giants Causeway.
I love that.
See,
I like that.
and should be easy.
That's a panther? Is that a panther? That's a panther, surely.
The South Dublin Panthers.
There we go. South Dublin Panthers.
And
I'm going to have to
then
look
the
for these
best
jerseys.
logo
What
out of them
is
all.
this?
This is the best logo out of them all.
So what's it called? The Jets, then? Where are
Yeah,
they from?
bloody-
You got it.
They are the Antrim Jets.
Ah, nice.
That's Neil's team. I don't know if you know that. That's
Yeah,
why
that's
it's
our
best
team.
there.
That's the
That's
team
our
we play
team.
for.
Okay,
But Neil's
okay.
is
I need to
better.
see these jerseys. I need to see the
They're behind
jerseys.
them.
behind Mark.
Yeah, is that what you got there? Okay,
Yep.
nice, Mark. Yeah, I like that.
Basically,
They give me Seahawk vibes.
it's exactly
Seahawks
what it
colours,
is. Yeah.
baby.
That's exactly the colours we went for.
Nice.
Because the Jets, the actual Jets colours were already taken.
Yeah, I like that. It's nice.
All by Trojans.
Smart.
I'm sure
here's-
like put them more in the
yeah,
middle so we can see them a bit better now.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
would, because you know what I mean. I don't think I've ever seen the Waterboy wear that jersey.
Oh yeah, that's the off-color one.
Yeah, Waterboy. And then you have the actual Waterboy up here, Rob, showing off your jersey.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
sure
nice.
Alpha.
Yeah, it's decent.
I'll
Love it.
appreciate it. But Sam, thank you very much for coming on. It's been a blast. It's been great crack. Loved having you.
I appreciate the invite, boys. As I said, always love talking football, and I've learned something today. And now I'm going to have to look in this Irish league a little bit more, so I get tested correctly next time.
100%. We'll get you on and again, and we'll use different teams.
Love it.
All right, guys, that's us for another episode of Talking Balls, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Bye, guys.
Enjoy
Cheers.
Vegas. See you later.
See you later, guys.
Cheers, guys.